Begin seated. Take a blanket, wrap it around your shins, leaving a little bit of space, a few inches between the shins. Come and lie down in Shavasana, flat on your back. As you feel the back body connecting to the earth, begin to take some really long, deep, even breaths. Notice the inner rotation of the legs that's created by that blanket. Feel how it creates a vacuum of energy up the inseams of the legs, reaching up toward the upper body. Now flex your feet as if you're standing in Tadasana. Begin to engage the low belly, the pelvic floor. Feel how that energy really accentuates. The heart space is open and buoyant, and that's aided by this energy moving up. And begin to come up. Take that blanket off to the side. Come and lie down on your back again with your legs straight up in the air. Interlace your fingers behind the back of your left thigh and draw that thigh toward you as the right leg descends, core really active. And then switch the legs. Interlace your fingers behind the back of the right thigh. Left leg lowers. Keep the inner rotation of the legs and continue on your own. Switching. Hugging one thigh in toward you as the other one descends toward the ground. Go nice and slow and steady with your breathing. Keep those legs really alive and active and connected to your core. And it's as if there are two magnets that are drawn toward one another, one in each thigh. So the legs don't kind of list off to either side. Everything stays really clear. Finish with the right thigh being pulled in toward you. And when you're done, you're going to take your hands to your kneecaps as you draw the knees in. And then let the knees fall wide apart and forward. The arms will begin to straighten all the way. You'll probably feel a tiny little curve in your low back. That's fine as the pelvis just gently tilts forward, beginning to get a release in the hips and the groin. Some deep breaths there on your back. Relax your jaw. And then hug the knees into the chest. Rock and roll yourself up onto hands and knees. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Reach the left leg back. All 5 toenails on the ground. Internally rotate that thigh and then lift the leg up. Core active and then lower. We're going to repeat that. Lifting and lowering, trying to keep that left hip down in line with the right as you lift. And lower. We'll do this twice more. You're noticing if when you lower the foot, you actually stay internally rotated and all 5 of those toenails stay on the ground. Last one, lifting and lowering. And then we'll switch. Other side, right toenails on the ground. Internally rotate that thigh. Keep it internally rotated. Lift and lower. Feel how the belly is engaged with this. Lifting and lowering. Lifting, not letting the right hip lift too high. Lowering the foot. Good. Lifting. Lowering. One more. Lift it up and lower it down. Both knees on the ground, tuck your toes under. Downward facing dog. We'll take a few breaths here. Spread out through the hands and the feet and notice the action of the legs in downward dog. Can there be a gentle inner rotation here? Stay conscious of the breath and begin to slowly walk your feet forward to the front of the mat. Now notice if your toes start to splay out or your knees start to point outward. Try to keep everything internally rotated as you slowly walk forward. When you arrive at the top of the mat, standing forward fold, hang over the legs. Flutter the lips here if that feels good. Do whatever you need to release through the upper body. The legs are strong and active, supporting you so the upper body can be soft. Keep the upper body soft as you bend the knees and roll all the way up to stand. Then take your hands to your hips. We're going to finally do some external rotation here. Turn your left toes out, left heel up the right ankle. You could stay here for your tree pose, or you could start to draw that left foot up the inseam of the leg, using the left hand to place the foot either on the calf or the thigh, keeping both hip points pointing forward. Take your hands to prayer. Feel that energy running up the inseam of the right leg, drawing up through Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, all the way up through the center of you. Maybe that energy inspires the arms up into the air. Breathing steady and even here. Feel how that energy drawing up lets the heart be expressive and open. Take the hands back to prayer. Bring the left knee forward. And then step that foot down. Same thing, other side. Hands around the hips. Point the right toes and knee out to the right. Right heel up the left ankle. Either staying there or drawing that right foot all the way up. The pressure of the right foot on the left thigh is a reminder of the energy being drawn up through the inseam of that leg. Hands could be in prayer, or if that upward energy inspires the arms to lift, lift the arms. And that grace and power is reflected in the feeling and the sound, the quality of your breath as it comes in and goes out. Slowly bring the hands back to prayer. Bring the right knee forward and then place the right foot on the ground. Feel both feet underneath you connected to the earth. Find that very active Tadasana that we first played with on the back, drawing energy up into the heart. Let this Om we're about to do come from the earth itself. Inhale. Inhale, reach your prayer up. Exhale, dive forward over your legs. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, look forward. Plant the hands. As you exhale, jump or step back, Chaturanga, elbows hug in. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, lift the heart. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, hips up and back. Steady, rhythmic breathing here. Your hands are spread, your fingers are spread. Your toes may even be spread, and there's an internal rotation of the legs here, and the belly is engaged here. Very active. Steady breath. On your next exhale, begin to bend your knees, look forward, float or step your feet forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold into your legs. Reach the arms out and up as you press through your feet. Look up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, arms alongside, Tadasana. Breathe in, reach up. Lift up through the bandhas. Exhale, dive over your legs. Breathing in, look forward. Keeping that chest really open as you exhale, Chaturanga. Jump or step back, lower, hug the elbows in. Inhale, heart comes forward and up through the arms as you come to the tops of the feet. Exhale, flip over the feet, downward dog. Stay here. Find those steady rhythmic breaths for yourself. As you listen to the sound of the breath, feel it moving into the spaces throughout your body, and maybe some spaces where the breath doesn't normally seem to go. As you exhale, bend your knees, look forward, hop or step, feet between hands, look up, exhale, fold, let the head go completely. Then press the floor away with the feet as you bring the arms out and up, coming up through a flat back. Reach up, look up. Exhale, Tadasana. One-legged Utkatasana. Pick up the left foot. Flex it, hug it into the inner right knee as both knees bend and the hips sit back, arms forward alongside your ears. Slowly step the left foot back, angled lunge, fingertips reaching forward, heel reaching back. Open twisted triangle, left hand down, right arm up, straighten the right leg, long spine, lean back into the twist, exhaling. As you inhale, take the right hand down, set up either for a vinyasa or maybe a one-legged chaturanga. Right leg would be up, inner rotated, lowering down, then both feet down for up dog. Big inhale, hips up and back. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in there. As you exhale, bend your knees, prepare, look forward, hop or step your feet forward between your hands. Lengthening the spine on the inhale, folding in, hollowing the belly on the exhale. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Pick up the right foot, flex it, hug it to the inside of that left knee, belly engaged, one-legged Utkatasana. Then step the right foot back, angled lunge. Open twisted triangle, right hand down, left arm up. Straighten that left leg and open up. And then take the left hand down. Maybe the left leg stays lifted as you do a chaturanga. Both feet down as you take an inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, hips up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a big inhale there. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Float or step your feet between your hands. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, dive down into your legs. Inhale, Utkatasana, squeezing those inner legs together, pulling the belly in. Exhale, Tadasana, pushing the floor away, arms alongside. Inhale, pick up the left foot, tap it to the inner right knee, arms alongside your ears. Exhale, angled lunge, reach through the fingertips, reach back through the heel. Left hand down, right arm up, straighten that right leg, open twisted triangle. This time from here, exhale, warrior two. Spin the back heel down, open everything out, gaze over the right fingers as you complete your exhale. Inhale, flip your palms, tip back, reverse. Exhale, take the hands down. Maybe you flow through this vinyasa with the right leg lifted. Maybe you skip it. Inhale. And exhale, hips up and back, Adho Mukha. Breathing in. Breathing out, bend the knees, prepare. Look forward, hop or step your feet between your hands. Inhale, lifted chest. Exhale, dive down into your legs. Inhale, Utkatasana, squeezing the inner thighs, pulling the belly in, arms alongside your ears. Exhale, Tadasana, arms alongside you. Begin to pick up the right foot, drag it up the left leg, flex that foot. And then exhale, step the right foot way back. Inhale the right hand down, left arm up as you open, pull that hip back, open the chest, gaze at the left fingers, and then spin the back heel down, Virabhadrasana 2, gaze over left fingers. Flip the palms big, inhale, tip it back, reverse. Hands to the earth, flowing through a vinyasa perhaps with the left leg up, elbows hug in. Inhale, heart open. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Looking forward, preparing, hopping or stepping your feet forward between your hands. Breathe in, lift your heart. Breathe out, dive down into your legs, let the head go into the shins. Inhale, Utkatasana, squeezing into the center line. Exhale, Tadasana, pressing the floor away, standing tall. Pick up the left foot, tap it to the inner right knee, sit your hips back. Exhale, angled lunge, and this time we'll stay. Breathing in, breathing out, hips square. Make sure that right knee does not jut over the ankle. Breathing here for 2. It's a lot of work. Activate the core, find that inseam, that center line. Breathing 3. Relax the face. 4. Exhale. 5. Take that left hand down, right arm up, straighten the right leg just for a breath. Lean back into this open twisted triangle. Then begin to find your warrior 2, spinning the back heel down, cartwheeling the arms, then gazing over the right fingers. Inhale, flip your palms, tip back, reverse. And then take your hands down to the ground, frame your front foot. Tip all the weight into the front foot. Lift your back leg. And then exhale, fold into standing split. Hips square. Top leg lifting up. Breathing here for 2. Steady breath. 3. There's an energy running up the inseam of the right leg. 4. See if you can lift that top leg a little higher, keeping it inner rotated, folding deeply into the leg. Exhale. 5. Inhale, step the left foot next to the right. Look forward, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, fold down into your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, Utkatasana, squeeze the inner thighs, pull the belly and arms alongside your ears. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, pick up the right foot, tap it to the inner left knee, flex, one-legged Utkatasana. Exhale, step your right foot back, angled lunge. Make sure the front knee isn't jutting over the ankle. Press through the back heel, reach through the fingers, breathing 1. Connect to a sense of ease here, somehow. 2. Find the inseams of the legs working, belly working, breathing. 3. 4. Stay for all the exhale to leave your body for 5. Then take the right hand down to the floor, left arm up into the air. Open twisted triangle for a moment, peeling that left outer hip back, leaning the chest back. And then Virabhadrasana 2. Spin the right heel down. Come on up, gaze over left fingers. Flip your palms, inhale, reverse warrior. Tip back like you're going in slow motion, there's no rush. And then hands down to frame your left foot, square off the hips and pick up the right leg, square off for standing split, lengthen, and exhale, fold in. Breathing here. Hearing your breath for 2. 3, exploring that inner rotation of the top leg. Can you reach it just a bit higher? 4. Really hollow out the belly on the exhale, fold in deeper. 5. Take the right foot next to the left as you look up, inhale. Exhale, fold into the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, Utkatasana, bend the knees, sweep the arms alongside your ears. Tadasana, exhale, stand tall. Belly engaged, energy running up the inseams of the legs. Start to pick up the left knee. Eagle wrap left leg around the right, bending the right knee. Take the right elbow over the left and intertwine the arms. Sit the hips back deeply. Maybe you even bring the elbows forward and the chest forward and hook the elbows in front of the knees. In whatever variation you're in, you're pulling the outer edges of the body into the center and finding that power there. Still soft with the breath. Relax your face. With this next exhale, really squeeze everything out. And on your inhale, start to come up. Begin to unwind. Leave that left leg off the ground. Bring the left knee in front of the left hip. Right hand outside of the knee for moonrise twist, left arm reaches back. If you can extend the leg, grabbing the outside of the left foot with the right hand, do so. And then turn your gaze back over your left shoulder. Steady your breath. Hips stay square, energy drawing up through the inseam of the right leg. Relax your face, steady the breath. Take a big exhale, twist a little deeper. And on your inhale, you're going to release the foot and swing it back, warrior two. Plant down through that left foot and then gaze over your right fingers. Breathe in and breathe out. 1. Breathing in and out. 2. Listening to the sound of the breath. 3. That back foot is nice and active. 4. Exhale. 5. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Pivot around to face the back of your mat. Be mindful as you adjust the feet. You can take a peek at them and reach the left arm way forward for Trikonasana once you're pointing to the back of the mat. Press down through the feet. The legs are very strong and active. Spine is long, belly engaged. You're reaching up through those right fingertips. Back of the neck stays long. Reaching that earth energy up through the feet, out through the crown of the head, out through the fingers. Complete this next exhale. And on the inhale, press the floor away with the feet, come all the way up and set up Kali pose. So those left toes turn in a bit, the right toes turn out, the feet evenly externally rotated. Cactus shape with the arms, elbows in line with the shoulders. Spread out through your fingers. Relax the jaw, listen to your breath. If you can, go in a little bit deeper. Find the fierceness of this shape. Take a big inhale. Prepare for a lion's breath. You're going to stick out the tongue, bulge the eyes, and let all the air out. And then start to set up Skandasana. You can straighten the legs, but then come down deep. You're going to bend the left knee over the second and third toe. Right foot is flexed, right leg is extended. Nice stretch through the inner thighs. As you breathe here, you can keep your hands on the ground to stabilize, or you could try a balance with your hands coming up into prayer in front of your heart space. Being mindful not to dump down into the joints. Do experience a nice stretch through the groin and the hips. On your exhale, take your hands down. Turn and face the front of the mat again, so right toes facing forward, low lunge facing the front of the mat. Then heel toe the right foot to the left, pick up the left foot, and tuck that left knee to the outside of the right foot, seated spinal twist. Adjust so that both sits bones are even on the ground, and then lift the left arm up and twist to the right, hooking the left arm outside of the right leg and gazing over your right shoulder. Breathe here. Option for a bind, left arm would come underneath the right leg, right arm behind the back. On each inhale, you get a little taller, sits bones stay rooted. On each exhale, you twist a little bit deeper to the right. Breathing in, finding that energy drawing up the front of the spine. Breathing out, twisting from the belly button up. Release, and take a little counter twist to your left. Then come center, cross the right ankle in front of the left. Take your hands forward, make your way to downward facing dog. Option to take a vinyasa here. So you're welcome to inhale, come forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. And exhale, down dog. Then as this next exhale comes, bend your knees, look forward, hop or step your feet. Breathe in, straighten the spine, straighten the legs, and then exhale, fold into the legs. Urdhva Hastasana, so bring the arms out and up as you press down through the feet. Reach all the way up. Look up to the thumbs, get very, very tall. And then exhale, Tadasana, standing, arms alongside. Picking up the right foot, Bending the left knee, an eagle, wrapping the right leg over the left. Left elbow over the right. Squeeze the outer edges of the body into the center. Maybe the hips sit back and the chest comes forward. Maybe the elbows come in front of the knees. Steady your breath here. Relax the face. Feel how everything is hugging into the center. Inner thighs in. Inner arms in. Belly pulling back and up to the spine. On your next exhale, really let all the air out, squeezing it out. And then inhale. Begin to rise up, unwind the arms. Right knee directly in front of the right hip. Left hand outside of the knee as the right arm reaches back. Option to take the hand outside of the foot and extend the leg. If your balance allows, the gaze will turn over the right shoulder to the right fingertips. Hear the sound of yourself breathing for 3, 4, growing taller on each inhale, twisting deeper on the exhale. 5. You're going to begin to release that right foot and step it way back, warrior 2. Separate the feet really long. Reach through the fingertips. Gaze over the left fingers. As you hear the breath and feel the breath, keep drawing energy up through the inseams of the legs. Draw it up the front of the spine using the bandhas. Here it comes out of the crown of the head and also out through the fingertips. 2 more breaths. Complete the exhale. Inhale, straighten the left leg, pivot around, right toes face the back of the mat, right fingertips reach. Trikonasana, triangle. Press down through that right hand into the shin. You're not kind of dumping down into the shoulder or the elbow or the wrist, but there is an engagement there, and then you're reaching up through those left fingers. So everything's very long. Breathing. 3, 4. Exhale, 5. As you inhale, come on up, set up, Kali pose. Toes point out evenly, so adjust the feet as you need, cactus the arms. Stay there, or option to take the hands down to the thighs and let the butt sink down really low. That heavy pelvis drops. The arms are straight. Yeah, you're shrugging your shoulders a little bit, but it should be a pretty nice deep groin stretch. If it doesn't feel great, go back to Kali. 2 more breaths. And then set up Skandasana, hands to the ground, right knee bends over the second and third toe, left leg extended long, left toes reach up toward the ceiling. Hands either stay on the ground or come up to prayer in front of your heart space. As you exhale, begin to bring the hands back to the earth. Walk yourself around until you're in low lunge facing the front of the mat. Spin off the back heel. Heel toe the left foot to the right, and then tuck the right knee to the outside of the left foot. Seated spinal twist. Both sits bones down. Left arm behind you, right arm up, reach. And then take your twist to the left. Gazing over that left shoulder. Option for the bind. Right arm goes underneath the left leg, left arm behind the back. You're reaching for the left wrist or whatever you can grab in between. Twisting. 3. Getting taller on the inhale. Twisting deeper on the exhale. 4. Breathe in. Long spine. Belly in, twist. 5. As you inhale, come center, unwind. Take a counter twist to your right. Then come back to the center. This time, cross your left ankle in front of your right ankle. And then take your hands forward, coming through hands and knees, making your way to downward facing dog. Option to stay right here for a handstand practice, or to pick up your mat and move it to the wall. Short end of the mat against the wall. Your hands maybe 6 inches away from the wall, hands flat. Walk the right foot in really far and then lift the left leg up. Internally rotate the leg and then start to take some hops up toward the wall. Take as many hops as you need. Keep thinking of the inner rotation of the legs. If you get up, really draw the belly in and reach up, up, up through the feet. Take a rest in between sides, either child's pose or maybe just standing with the knees a little bent, letting the head drop, release through the neck. Then set up for the other side. This time reach the right leg up and back. Internally rotate the thigh. Look a little forward and take some hops. If you touch it up against the wall, maybe you can get a sense of corkscrewing your hands down through the earth. Inner rotating the thighs, squeezing energy up, up, up between the thighs and out through the heels. Once you're done, again, you can take some kind of rest. It could be a squat. That might feel really nice, even a squat with the head dropped so you can release through the back of the neck, or a child's pose. Return to a nice steady rhythm of breath, getting grounded again. And you're going to come to sit now and bring the legs out wide for an Upavishta Konasana shape. Legs at a 90-degree angle, feet are flexed. Then take your left arm to the inside of the left leg and take the right arm over your ear. Really lengthen through that right side. Keep the right hip and right sits bone grounded in opposition to the stretch to the left. You may be able to touch your left toes with your right fingers. If that's interesting, you can try. Keep spinning the chest open. And then inhale, come up, take it to the other side. Right arm to the inside of the right leg. Left fingertips reaching toward that right foot. Remaining grounded through the left hip and left sits bone. Steady breath, spinning the chest open. Breathe out there. And then inhale, come on up. Upavishta Konasana, forward folding this time, so go ahead and reach the heart forward. It can be nice to put props under the head or even the chest and the head here. Let your awareness ride on the breath into the spaces that need the stretch here. Maybe the breaths are beginning to slow down as you surrender into the shape. Let this next exhale go out completely. When you're empty of breath, slowly start to come up on an inhale. Refilling. And then take your hands underneath your knees and draw your legs into the center. Paschimottanasana. Inner legs together, feet flexed, lift up through the chest. And then fold yourself forward. Hands could come to the feet, or hands could come alongside the shins. And you could draw yourself forward on your fingertips. And experience that energy coming up through the inseams of the legs, activated by that inner rotation and by the engagement of your bandhas. But at the same time, that really active energy is now being met by a softness, an ease, a receptivity. Breathing into the back body, breathing out complete exhales. As this next inhale arrives, you'll very slowly come up to a seat. Then come onto your back. Pick up the tailbone and kind of scooch it forward so you've got an elongation of the low back and the sacrum. Just let that sink in for a moment as you arrive onto your back. And then begin to set up bridge. Pick up the hips, interlace your fingers behind your back, draw the arms down, lift the chest. You have the option to come into full wheel here, hands alongside the ears, coming to the crown of the head, and then lifting all the way up. Keep the inner thighs hugging into the center. Don't let the knees splay out. Express the heart open. This whole time we've been drawing that energy up into the heart space to open it up. And here we are at the end of class, expressing that fully. On your exhale, tuck your chin, lower down gently. And then bring the legs up into the air. You can come through bent knees, and you might want to actually keep the knees a little bit bent. Bring the knees and the shins a little bit closer to your chest, so you're not making a 90-degree angle. There's some softness in this. But do experience an inner rotation of the thighs. Arms can be wherever is comfortable. We're going to take a few more breaths here, and now the breaths can be really long because we're on the back, because we've done all the hard work, and it's time for rest. Begin to take your feet back to the ground and set up for Shavasana. Option to take that blanket and wrap it around your shins, just like we did at the very beginning of the sequence. And then come to lie down on your back, palms face up. Begin to release. Release through dry breath. Release the engagement of your belly and your pelvic floor. That blanket is encouraging a gentle inner rotation. It's encouraging that gentle drawing in and up of energy. But now you've become so soft that that energy is allowed to move however it needs to on its own without any manipulation. Just for a few minutes, let everything be exactly as it is. Stay here as long as you need to, resting down into the earth. Bolo Shri Satguru Bhagavan Ki.